Untuk apa? Untuk to tell my story. Jadi si penulis ingin seseorang ini, saat dia mati, seseorang ini tetap hidup untuk menceritakan ceritanya dia, pengalamannya, terus kesengsaraannya, pokoknya pengalaman-pengalaman yang dimiliki si penulis. Kemudian to sell my things, untuk jual barang-barang atau sesuatu pun. Nah di sini tuh sesuatunya itu, barangnya itu adalah sesuatu yang dia miliki dan dia cintai. Kemudian to buy a piece of cloth, untuk membeli sebuah kain. Jadi kain yang di sini tuh maksudnya kayak setelah dia menjual sesuatu, change itu dia membeli sesuatu yang baru. Terus and some strings, benang. Jadi kayak dia ingin terus make it white with a long tail. Jadi dia ingin membuat sesuatu di situ berwarna putih dan memiliki ekor yang panjang. Nah itu tuh kalau di baris-baris selanjutnya menjelaskan kalau itu adalah sebuah layang-layang. Terus so that the child somewhere in Gaza. Jadi layang-layang itu tuh untuk seorang anak yang berada di Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, yang mencari surga di mata. Maksudnya itu kayak dia mencari sebuah harapan. Si anak ini mencari sebuah harapan. Jadi si penulis memberikan harapannya itu lewat layang-layang tadi.
So the next part of this is awaiting his dad who left in a blaze. This line evokes loss and sudden departure due to violence. We may not know how the dad died, though we do have a bit of an image of it. Because it says a blaze, we tend to think fire, maybe a bomb that is actually happening in Gaza right now. So though we may not know how exactly the father died, we can have a bit of an image of how they did. Another thing is, and bid no one farewell. This highlights how abrupt his death was. So bidding no one farewell. He did not have time to say goodbye. Not even to his flesh, not even to himself. His death was so sudden, he did not have the time to say goodbye to his family. There's the phrase, my blood and flesh, meaning your family members, siblings, your wife or husband, your parents. This man died before he even had the chance to say goodbye to those who are related to him. Not even to himself signifies that he himself did not expect to die. His death was abrupt and no one actually expects to die, right? There is, seize the kite, my kite you made, flying up above. So this actually symbolizes the hope. The kite itself could actually be a story, the stories that are told by the reader. So the child may hear the story or this metaphorical kite and it will bring them hope. And thinks for a moment an angel is there bringing back love. So this story may bring them hope, inspires them to keep going even in the middle of despair. It gives them that bravery to keep going. The last part is, if I must die, let it bring hope. Let it be a tale. So this actually says that the author does not want his death to be meaningless. He wants his death to not bring despair or sadness, but instead to inspire people, to give people hope. Let it be a tale. His death should be a story for other people, maybe even a cautionary tale, so that people may learn from his death and his stories and his life. So I think that's all from us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Does anyone have any questions?
Could you tell me about the line, more about the line, to tell my story, to sell my things? I don't get it 100%.
Jadi, to tell my story itu kan, penulisnya itu mau si seseorang ini yang tadi aku bilang itu kan you must live, yang seseorang harus hidup ini menceritakan ceritanya si sang penulis. Nah, menceritakan, memberitahu misalnya sang penulis, terus to sell my things kan. Nah, to sell my things kan. Sabar. Nah, to sell my things tuh si penulis itu mau orang-orang itu tahu kalau saat dia meninggal, dia itu meninggalkan sesuatu, meninggalkan legacy gitu. Nah, terus ya sudah begitu. Mengerti kan Raki?
Mengerti ya.
Terima kasih.
So, are there any other questions?
Ada ya? Gak ada.
If no one has any more questions, we will close the presentation here. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.